ODDO BHF Asset Management is proud to introduce its fully digitalized platform for private assets subscriptions. The solution covers all commercialized SLP funds and provides a complete end-to-end paperless journey for the distributor and the end investor, combined with the market-leading digital signature platform, DocuSign. Let's see how this works. As a relationship manager, your initial login screen takes you to our product page where you can access details about our funds. You can access further information by clicking on the fund. There you have more details such as the share classes available for your clients, the next set of expected closing dates, an eligibility matrix per country and investor classification, and the list of documents. Note that your client will have a similar view, with the exceptions of the documents section where some, such as the pitch books, are visible just for the distributors. The Clients section lists all existing investors that have onboarded through the platform. To retrieve a specific client, you can filter via the search box, and even create groups to easily combine various clients together as per your requirements. The pencil icon allows you to edit the required values. Select the desired section to amend, and then save. When opening a client profile, you access his portfolio and the list of subscriptions. Let's focus on the subscription part. You see the list of current subscription. Let's initiate a new subscription. After validating the disclaimer message, the email and mobile number of your client is highlighted. Those two information are key as they will be used for the DocuSign process. Therefore, double-check their accuracy. If those values have changed, you can from that screen directly access the client details page in edit mode. Let's continue. When initiating a new subscription, only the funds that are compatible for the clients are visible. In case you think your client should be eligible but you can't see the fund among the available ones, please contact your ODDO representative. Start by selecting the desired share class, then click on Subscribe. The subscription process goes through a wizard with the various sections noted on the left-hand side. First, you can double-check the client details. Note that from the moment on, your subscription is saved. If your session times out or if you need to close your browser, the next time you connect you will find the subscription as pending under the Client Subscriptions tab. You click on Next to navigate to the following step. In the Investment Details section, you can validate the fund and share class selected. Wherever possible, the platform will reuse the information available, including the address. If you charge upfront, fees indicate the selected percentage. Enter the subscription amount. The system forces you to respect the minimum required amount. If the client is MiFID Professional opt-up, you have as well to select at least 2 out of the 3 factors validating the client type. Then click on Save and Continue. In this section you indicate the source of the funds for the subscription as well as the source of income. Use the free text fields to include additional information and supporting files. The next section concerns the banking preferences. Unless you have predefined multiple bank accounts, the field is populated by default. Note that you can add here as well a new bank account. If the investor is a politically exposed person, tick the box and answer the additional questions. If the investor is a person or company manifestly close to a PEP, indicate in the below section the contact details of this politically exposed person. You can here specify contact persons who will be made aware of the various fund activities along the lifetime of the investment. If a contact is specified, he will be considered by default as being in copy of all future correspondence. Under the Tax Declaration section, you specify the tax residency and the associated tax ID. If the SLP such as the ODDO BHF Opportunity Strategiques offers a tax exemption but for some reason the investor doesn't want to benefit of that exemption, specify a reason in the field underneath the tax ID. Confirm that the client is not a US person nor a US resident. In such case, contact your ODDO representative. In the next section you add all relevant supporting documents that can facilitate the AML/KYC review by the compliance team. Under attestations, you confirm on behalf of your client that all documents have been read and understood, despite being in English, and that electronic communication is fine. The final section is to point out that information about the fund shouldn't be disclosed by the investor unless he is legally obliged to do so. In such case, the legal framework must be specified. Once all the information is filled, you can review the details prior submitting for further review by the middle office team. Note that at the time you validate, the client will receive separately a notification at the end of its cooling-off period, if applicable, with a link to sign the subscription and AML KYC documents via DocuSign. In the event a change is required that impacts the wording of the subscription document, there will be no other choice than cancelling the initial subscription and start a new one. If just additional files are requested by the middle office or the compliance teams, it won't be necessary to restart the process. If you need to start again, or if you subscribe for another fund for the same investor, you can use the function "Copy from previous subscription" to clone all data and save precious time in retyping all information over. You can as well download at this stage the subscription document to review the way it is filled prior processing with the validation. Your OBM representative can access the subscription and help you in case of doubt. Do not hesitate to request support. After you click on Approve and Ready for Signatures, the main part of the subscription workflow is completed on your side. Now that the document has been digitalized, it is ready to be signed by your client. The investor has therefore received an email with a link. He has to authenticate with a double factor in the form of a SMS received on his mobile number. Then he can start the signing process. We made the investor journey as simple as possible. An individual investor has no data to fill, he just needs to sign. The representative of a business entity has to indicate his title in addition to his signature. Back to the private assets platform, you have a complete view of the status of every subscription. More functionalities will enrich your user experience in the future. Welcome again to our fully digitalized private assets platform.